Hi guys, this is Dormouse03. Welcome back to my channel. I am really excited to announce to you guys that I am going to be covering the Mass Effect Legendary Edition. This is the remasters of Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3 for pretty 4K resolution, 60 FPS. And I just can't tell you how excited I am to play back through this series. This is probably my favorite gaming series of all time. Mass Effect 2 is my favorite game of all time. If I had to pick one, it would be that one. And we'll see if that opinion changes going back through this. Mass Effect 1 is really great. Mass Effect 3 has some fantastic moments. But 2 hit the sweet spot for me in particular. I love this series. I'm so excited to be playing these games again and to be able to share this with you guys. To let you know what this coverage is going to be, I do have a mind to do a 100% guide for this game. I love them. I have played them a lot. So, you know, obviously things are going to be different with this remaster. Probably not too different than they were originally. So, you know, quests and things are probably going to be the same, but some of the mechanics maybe have changed, particularly in 1. So we'll see how it goes. This is going to be first, though, my first playthrough of it. And I'm just going to show you guys, you know, me having fun with this game. I'm going to have a mind, obviously, to be collecting the achievements. I'm going to be looking at those. We'll take a look at them in just a second. But this first playthrough is not intended as a guide. It's just intended for me to show you guys this game and share my enthusiasm for this series with you guys and hopefully entertain you and maybe if you haven't played these games, kind of show you what it is and bring you into the Mass Effect fold. So that is what this is. This first playthrough is really just a let's play. I'm going to be talking about, you know, my opinions about things. I've put some of that out there in the past, but we'll see how things are now that we have the, I guess, benefit of a lot of time in between the last time I played these games and now. Maybe some upgrades, some updates, some things that have changed. Give you my opinion on those things as we're playing through, and really just enjoy this and have fun. That is the intention of this playthrough. I'm going to have the achievements and everything kind of in the back of my mind, though. I am going to be going for them, but this isn't going to be a streamlined guide. I do have an intent, perhaps, to do that, but that's a long project. These are chunky games. These are big games, and so that's not something that's going to be, like, quick to put out, at least not for me, who is not a professional YouTube guide maker. So that's going to take some time to put together, but I will likely be getting the vast majority of the achievements as we play through, because I have taken a look at the list and they don't look super complicated. So with that in mind, let's take a look at the achievements that are on this game for the first game, for Mass Effect 1. They've very conveniently kind of split them up so that it's easy for you to see what achievements are for each game. So for Mass Effect 1, you've got complete the game on any difficulty, easy. Complete the majority of the game, which means doing the majority of all the quests and side quests. Also not too complicated there. Complete Eden Prime, which is the opening sequence. Complete Barrows. Complete Noveria, complete Virmire, and complete Ilos. Those are all story-related. Become a Spectre is story-related. Locate Dr. T'Soni in the Artemis Tau cluster is story-related. So all of those are your story-related achievements or trophies. Use Charm or Intimidate to resolve an impossible situation. I feel like this achievement was on the original versions, and so I think it's really just using your Charm or Intimidate when you have that option. And I know a few specific places where you can definitely get that, so that shouldn't be a problem as long as you put points into those skills. Accumulate 75% of total possible Paragon or Renegade points, which means you're going to want to Now I wonder though, because it says 75% of total possible Paragon or Renegade points. I think that this was on the old version. I think what that means is you need to be 75% of one or the other, and not just get 75% of the total possible Paragon or Renegades. I'm gonna be doing a Paragon playthrough, so we'll see how that works, and we'll see when that pops for this playthrough. And then they have changed these ally achievements, which thank you BioWare for changing these achievements. They were the most frustrating, like the most tedious, I guess, achievements to accomplish in the original game, because you had to play through the majority of the game with each squad member, and you could only do that with 2 at a time, because obviously, you know, you have to go through the majority of the game with those squad members. You can only do it with 2, and then you have to do another playthrough. And getting it with Liara was complicated. You know, you had to sort of bypass a lot of the opening stuff and go grab her immediately in order to get her so that you could do enough of the missions with her to be able to pop that achievement. And it also forced you to play with squad mates that perhaps you didn't really want to play with super often. So they have changed all of those for this Legendary Edition, which is amazing. So you only have to complete 5 missions with each. The Alliance Soldier Squad member, Ashley, the Alliance Sentinel Squad member, Kaidan, and then we can put them on the bench and never put them in our squad again. Which sounds really mean. I do like Ashley and Kaidan, but they are not my favorite squad members. We will be having the other 4 probably for the majority of the game. So complete 5 missions with the Krogan squad member, Rex. Complete 5 missions with the Turian squad member, Garrus. Complete 5 missions with the Quarian squad member, Tali. And complete 5 missions with the Asari squad member, Liara. So that is awesome. I'm really, really happy that they made that change. Next up is find all primary alien council races, extinct races, and non-council races codex entries. I don't remember this being in the original. It may have been. It has been over a decade since I got these achievements, y'all, so bear with. I think it was. I think this was actually in the original. So I think really you just get that from playing through the game and talking to people and learning about them and doing side quests and stuff. We'll see when that pops. The achievement's called Archivist. So I think those codex entries, they just come up whenever you talk to people, whenever you learn things, whenever you do things. It just comes with playing. As long as you're actively seeking out characters to talk to and interact with and do side quests for. Then we have 3 exploration achievements. Land on an uncharted world, land on 4 uncharted worlds, and land on 8 uncharted worlds. So by these descriptions, you don't even really need to do anything on those uncharted worlds. You just need to land there. But there are some things to do on the uncharted worlds in Mass Effect 1. They have some interesting side quests. You can mine for materials. You don't really need to do that, but we'll see if I feel like doing that. I don't know. Not super necessary, but it does give you a little bit of a bonus in Mass Effect 2. So, you know, a teeny. But anyway, the really cool thing is that really everything you do is going to carry over to the other games, which is one of the really awesome things about this series. So we'll see how much exploration we actually do, but for the purposes of the achievements, it seems like you just have to land there and not anything else. And then you've got a bunch of ability achievements or trophies. So use Biotic Lift 25 times, Biotic Barrier 25 times, Biotic Throw 25 times, Biotic Warp 25 times, Biotic Singularity 25 times, Biotic Stasis 25 times, AI Hacking 25 times, Dampening Field 25 times, Shield Overload 25 times, Sabotage 25 times. Those are, and some more, and Neural Shock 25 times. And so that's a bunch of your special abilities. And I'm not sure if you have to do that with Shepard or if you can do that with squad members. We're going to see. If you have to do it with Shepard, then you're going to have to spec your Shepard specifically to do those things, and you might have to do a respec. I'm not exactly what all they added into the mechanics of the first one, but I know that they... I heard or I read somewhere that they're allowing you to use any gun as Shepard. So, but none of these are gun related. All of these are ability related. So I know certain classes get ones and not others. However, you may be able to use your companion characters to get these achievements. We're going to see. I don't know. I don't know the answer to that. We're going to try it out. We're going to test it. We're going to see. Because I know that, for example, Liara has Singularity. I know she has that. I think that Tali has AI Hacking, I do believe. Garrus has Shield Overload, I'm pretty sure. So, yeah, I don't 100% remember everybody's abilities, because, again, it's been a while, but we'll see if squad members will count, or if you have to do that with Shepard, because that could mean going back in and doing partial playthroughs with different classes, potentially. And then use Medigel 50 times, should be pretty easy. Every time you get damaged, you use Medigel, and you can turn... or at least in the original version, you could turn pretty much anything into Medigel whenever you scrap stuff, so... okay. And then complete the Bring Down the Sky mission, which was the only DLC that was in this first game. That's not true. There were 2 DLCs in this first game, but Pinnacle Station is not in the Legendary Edition. When they redid this game for PS3, their data got corrupted. Thanks, PS3. I don't know. I don't know what happened exactly. That was just a joke. I like PlayStation as well as Xbox. We'll put that out there. But whatever happened corrupted their data on Pinnacle Station, so they lost it. They didn't want to remake it. It was really just a combat sim, so in my opinion, it's no great loss. And I'm kind of happy that I don't have to grind through that again for this. So, so Bring Down the Sky is the one DLC that is preserved for Legendary Edition. So you just have to complete that mission, which is no longer DLC. It's now integrated as part of the thing. So, and that is it for Mass Effect 1. Now, there's a bunch of achievements for Mass Effect 2 and 3, which we'll go over when we get there. But there are some achievements or trophies that are cross-game. And so let's take a look at some of those now. Some of them I'll be getting in this playthrough, and some of them I won't, because they're obviously across playthroughs. So, one is complete Mass Effect 1, 2, or 3 on Insanity without changing difficulty. Again, I'm not going to be playing on Insanity for this first playthrough. I'm just going to be enjoying the game, but I will be playing through on Insanity, and have an intent to put out a guide for that at some point. But I'm going to play through first and get my strats down and everything to be able to share with you guys. Complete 2 games on Insanity without changing difficulty, and complete all 3 games on Insanity without changing difficulty. Done it before, can do it again. There are parts that are hard, not gonna lie. That collector ship in Mass Effect 2 is notoriously challenging. And yeah, there are some parts in all 3 games that are not super easy. So we'll be doing that at some point, but not this playthrough. Then there are 3 achievements or trophies that are related to romances. So, establish a romantic relationship in 1, 2, or 3. We will be getting that in this playthrough. Establish or rekindle a romantic relationship in 2 games. And establish or rekindle romantic relationship in all 3 games. And so, I'll be getting those. I will be getting those as we play through. I am curious about Mass Effect 2. And if they did something, they made a little change with that. I'm not sure. I don't necessarily want to talk about it right now because I don't want to spoil my choices and stuff that I'm going to make, because I want you guys to see that as we play along, but I'll talk about it when we get there, and we'll see. We'll see if 2 and 3 happen, but absolutely 1 and 2 are going to happen. Okay. Then there is a long service medal for finishing Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3 with the same character. Definitely I'm going to do that. Then there's a few related to killing enemies across games. So there's kill 250, kill 1,000, and kill 2,000 enemies across all 3 games. And then there is kill 100 enemies with melee attacks across all 3 games. And those should come with natural play. Those numbers don't seem outrageous, so I think those should come with natural play of the game, and we'll see how that happens. I imagine that you'll get the first one in partway through Mass Effect 1, you'll get the second one partway through Mass Effect 2, and you'll get the third one probably during Mass Effect 3, although you might get it in 2 depending on how much you do. So we shall see. But anyway, that is all the achievements for Mass Effect 1 and for the cross-game achievements or trophies. Like I said, there are more for Mass Effect 2 and Mass Effect 3. The lists look fairly similar. Do certain story things, use certain abilities, etc., etc. And so we will take a look at those when we get there, but those are all the ones that we're gonna be looking at and going for in 1. And I hesitate to make a promise, but I think that I will be able to get all of those in one playthrough, aside from some of the cross-platform ones, which obviously you need to play multiple games, and aside from Insanity in this run-through, because I'm not going to be playing on Insanity in my first playthrough. I'll be doing that later. For guide purposes, though, I think you can get away with doing one playthrough of each of these games, and that is probably what I will do when I make a 100% guide, is just start on Insanity. That's probably what I'll do, is just play through one time on Insanity, each game, carry the same character through. Because that's the most efficient way to get these achievements, because now that they've taken away the level achievements. There used to be one in Mass Effect 1 for reaching level 60, and you had to play through 3 full playthroughs to get that, doing the majority of the missions and side quests in each one. That's not in here anymore, so there's no level specific achievement, and they've took away, or they relaxed the requirements for those squad ally achievements, and so I don't see any reason why you couldn't get all of these things in one playthrough, and if and when I complete my guide for this thing, that is probably what I will recommend that folks do. But for the purposes of just playing through and having fun and sharing the experience with you guys, I'm not going to be doing that. So, because Insanity is not... I don't know, it might be fun if I was streaming it, but it's not going to be fun to watch in video form where I'm like, oh, I've died again. Oh, I've died again. Oh, maybe I should change squad mates. Ugh. So, you know, we'll get that worked out into an actual strategy before we put that up for folks. So that's it. I am super excited. My game is installing right now. I want to play it so bad, but I figured I'd make this little intro and talk about the achievements and talk about, I guess, how excited I am to play this and kind of how excited I am to be back on YouTube. So this is the first thing that I've really gotten excited about in a long while. So there you have it. New things, just, I don't know, they haven't super appealed to me of late. Although that new Resident Evil village looks good. That one looks like one that I will probably pick up. But this was coming out a week later, and it's Mass Effect, and it's my heart, so it's Mass Effect, y'all. Sorry. So this is what we're going to be doing. I am excited to go on this journey with you guys. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your kind words over the past, few months and years. I hope you all are taking care of yourselves. I know it's been a rough year for a lot of people, and so I just hope everybody is loving themselves and taking care of yourselves out there. And I will see you guys in the next video where we are going to start Mass Effect 1. I'm so excited! Alright, I'll see you guys then.